Welcome to another video from Auto Garage Life, and we're here today with the 2013 V6 S197 Mustang. And I haven't really done a proper intro video in this car yet because when I got it, I had a lot more to do on it than I thought to make it, well, in my opinion, roadworthy. So it was leaking at the back, into the trunk, into the back seats, had everything out. And now I've finally got to the stage of doing the repairs that I kind of thought I would have to do. So what we've got today is the battery's disconnected in this car, and I'm going to take off the steering wheel controls on the left there and replace them with a new set because the left back button and the down button don't work, so I can't use any of the functions that are built into the car. So I've had the battery disconnected for at least, well, it's probably over an hour now. I think half an hour would do it, so the airbag doesn't explode in front of me. So the part that I got, I'll leave the part number down below. It's genuine Motorcraft from Rock Auto, and I'll just get it out of the box here. It's just the exact replacement for what's there, which is excellent. And there is just one socket connecting it. Come on, goodness sake, too many fingers. There we are. Okay, so to get this off, you need to take off the trim panel around it. This pops out and has one connector that will have a little button on the back of it to pop it off. Let's go. Okay, so to get this piece off, it is just connected with four kind of push fit pins that you can see there into these holes. So what I did was I had to use two hands, and I haven't set my camera up to do it one-handed. So start off with a pry tool, plastic one, in here. Don't push it too far in, because as you can see, push it too far in, you're going to hit the actual plastic of the steering wheel. You want to push it in until it gets to that bit, and then in a wee bit more, and I just eased it left and right like that, up and down, sorry. And eventually one of these sides, the bottom bit, popped off. And then it's just a case of getting your hand behind the back and easing it off like that, and then easing the two off like that, and it pops right off. Okay, so now you can see the switch there. It's not connected to anything, it's not solid, it's just held on by the wire clip, which is down here. And now I need to push something into that little pin, that little black bit right there, and pop this out. Let's go and do that. And there we go, we're off. You can see it's just a standard kind of push fit connector. Little gap there, and then the connector on the steering wheel looks like that, and just gets pushed out. So I think what we'll do is give this bit a quick clean, because chances are it's all this cack here that's got behind this button and stopped it working. So I will take this apart and clean it so that I've got a spare. But for all the cost, $40 or something I paid off Rock Auto, I thought rather than spending probably a good hour and a half maybe, taking this apart and cleaning it, just buy a new one and we'll pop it straight in, we'll see if that works. So let's go and do that. There we are, new one just goes in. And when you're putting these back in, it does just clip back in onto the connector, but there isn't actually anything for it to clip into at the back, so don't get worried that it sits a bit loose there. It's the big plastic trim panel here that holds it in place by the looks of things, so that's fine. And hopefully this will work. And we'll just put the other trim panel back on and test it. So this trim panel was looking a bit worse for wear. I'm just going to start sanding it down here. So I'm going to spray it in aluminium paint. Might not spray it today, I just want to test this button out, but I'm going to sand all of these down, respray this, and do these bits in carbon fibre. Because these, they're quite expensive to buy these off eBay, even like for used ones I'd have to do this with anyway. So this one is a bit scuffed up here. I'm just going to give it some light sandpapering, and then we'll spray aluminium paint over the top, and it will be looking like new. Masking it up. I don't really have to, so I'm covering the black bit in carbon fibre anyway, but just to show you, I'll mask this up and give it some spray paint, man. So we're going to use some aluminium high coat, and I'll probably put some lacquer on top of it. We'll see how it looks. So I'm going to try this one, see if the colour's a good match. And it's looking pretty good. I don't know if it's an exact match to the factory colour, but it doesn't matter, so I'm going to spray paint on all three of these anyway. So we'll give that maybe another coat in a few seconds time, and then we'll see how that looks. Already it's looking a lot better than it was though. Might as well do the other two when we're here. So that's the steering wheel. Just before I do, there's a before and after. I'm going to give this a coat of lacquer, so it does look a bit satiny, a bit dull in comparison to the factory one. So we'll give it a coat of lacquer once I've painted all three, and then we'll see how we turn out. Here we have the world's most professional spray paint booth with two Hot Wheels box stands, and the third one will just have to sit like that. But that's looking pretty good. That's a couple of coats each for now. These two are a bit wet, that one's still drying. And we're going to spray on some lacquer, let them dry, and then we'll stick them back onto the car. Such a professional. You know, looking at this wheel, I don't know if I'd prefer it all kind of carbon fibre or all black. With that aluminium trim off, I kind of quite like the look of the darker colour, but anyway. This is like a mini wheel restoration because I'm going to get a new leather cover. Not a cover, a new leather surround for it that's going to be custom made. I'll do another video on that, and it's going to be stitched on over this one with carbon fibre at the top and the bottom. Because I don't like the stock look, it's a bit boring. Alright, so there we are. Covered in lacquer and dried overnight, and that is looking pretty good. I'm not so fussed about the black trim because I'm going to cover that in carbon fibre. So that's the finish I managed to get just with rattle cans, which to be honest is pretty good. That is really happy. These bits were really scuffed when I got the car, really bad. Someone's obviously been driving with lots and lots of jewellery on or something. There's a wee divot there, but I could have spent time and filled these in, but I'm not going to bother because you won't even see that. I think that's the side. And this is the bottom section here. Again, finish is very nice. Couple of coats of lacquer, couple of coats of aluminium paint, and we're good to go. So let's get these back onto the car. Okay, these just literally slide in like that, and you just pop them down. Press them down and they hear a little click and a pop, and they're on pretty sturdy, and you can see overspray there where my tape's lifted, but like I say, I don't care because these will be covered in carbon fibre trim and it will look minted. That looks a lot better though, no scratches. Let's get the other two on. Alright, so I slid this on to the new buttons first, and you just push them in and it clicks, and then this is hanging loose with the cable that's holding it on, and then you just wedge it in here and we'll push it in behind the airbag and then pop it back in there. Need two hands for it, so give me 2 minutes. Right, so you can't actually clip this in. There's a ridge right there that you need to get behind the airbag cover, and then the rest of it should just press fit in like that, and we have new steering wheel buttons and a lovely new finish of aluminium silver. Now I've got this one to do, and that'll be it back, and we can get the car back on and test this bad boy out because I want to see this working. There we go. Trim back in, absolutely secure, and no scratches. And I'll get my carbon fibre bits delivered hopefully today or tomorrow, and we'll just put that right on in this video to show you the final look of this. If they don't quite cover these little bits here, I'm going to take these off again. I'll spray these metallic grey graphite. That's the colour of them, I think, to match the centre console. No problem, we'll do that. But already that looks so much better. Let's turn the car on and see if it works. Well, success. Turned the car on, the airbag didn't blow up in my face, so that's pretty good. Check it out, look. It works! I can get into track apps. I can do the acceleration timer. Yes! And I can go back, look, and I can get into gauge mode. I tried this when I had the car, I couldn't get back out of this screen. I can see all this stuff. I can get into that, I can come back out. Oh, this is so good. I can see my trip. Oh my goodness, 20.3 miles to gallon, that's perfect. Fuel economy. Oh dear lord, that's bad. Let's never look at that screen ever again. In fact, let's reset it. Now bearing in mind this is the first time I've seen all of this stuff because I've never been able to use it because the button didn't work. Settings. Oh, I can change colour. Gauge colour. Turn lights on. Woo! What can I do here? Ooh, red. I've never seen this stuff before. Don't know if I like the red and purple, but this is so good. Ambient light, dim colour. Oh my goodness, this is incredibly good. Hours and hours of fun. I can't wait to try the track apps. I haven't seen them yet. What we got? System check 1 warning, driver door ajar. It's fine. Yeah, fully serviced. Yeah, great, thanks. Oil life 20%. Charging system okay, 52 miles to this. Fantastic. I'm so pleased I can finally use the buttons, and these ones still work thankfully. I'm doing the volume and all the rest of it, so these ones are okay, but now I know straight to Rock Auto if I want to get replacement ones. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, do these light up at night? Yeah, they do. Same as them. Excellent. Brand new looking. Step 1 of fuel restoration complete. Painted these, new buttons, painted these and these. I'm going to get new trim for that, and I'm going to also get a new leather wrap. New leather cover, I should say. Not a cover that just pings on, one that I'm going to stitch into place with carbon fibre here and here. We're going to get that fitted as soon as it arrives, getting custom made, but that is so much better. Ooh, what will I put it on? Like the wee horse, yes, doesn't really tell you much though. Track apps, what we got? Accelerometer. Oh my goodness. A G-force mirror. Acceleration time. Oh dear God. Oh no. That is, see if you had that, like, oh, that is just so good. See if I had that in my 20s, I don't think I'd be making YouTube videos right now. I think I'd be like building a railway line on a chain gang or something, because I definitely would. That is just crazy stuff. I know a lot of cars have got this now. This is the first one I've had that's actually got one built in. Absolutely incredible. What's this? Trip, fuel economy. Trip A and B. What we got here? Oh, so good. So good. Job well done, eh? And not too expensive. Okay, so steering wheel restoration part 1 is finished. Painted these, and then I've just installed these carbon fibre pieces of trim, which is really nice actually. It's not just carbon fibre wrap, it's actually like gel domed, which actually feels a lot better on your steering wheel, and it makes it look a bit nicer. So there we go, and it matches my little carbon fibre strip that I just put on the gear lever as well. So there we go. So we'll pick this up in the next video, where we're going to hopefully get this steering wheel wrap done. We'll do part 2. Hopefully it'll be the next video. If it's not, it means this hasn't arrived yet, and I'm still waiting on it coming, and I've had something else to do in the meantime. So either the next video or the one after, or one after that, one coming up, we'll finish off this wheel. Just look out for it in the playlist, and I'll put it there. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, do likes, do comments, don't, just up to you. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.